Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech protected.
Oh, let's see if we have everything we need for Easter. We have the eggs and the coloring kit to dye the eggs. We've got the Easter basket. We've got the Peeps. We've got the jelly beans, the chocolate bunny. Oh, the eggs and the candy for the Easter egg hunt. Oh, I do believe that we have just about everything we need for Easter. Oh, and oh, I can use this for my Easter bonnet. Oh, I think we have everything we need, but oh dear, where's the Easter ham? Oh no, what are we gonna have for dinner? Grandma Kitty forgot the Easter ham. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Grandma Kitty's house, and I'm Grandma Kitty, of course. I was just going through all my stuff for Easter, trying to make sure I didn't forget anything, and guess what I forgot? I forgot the Easter ham. What are we going to have for dinner? What's that? We could eat the candy? Well, I guess we could eat the candy, but I don't think that would be a very nutritious meal. What's that? I could make mac and cheese? Well, I guess I could make mac and cheese, but you know, Easter is a special occasion, and mac and cheese, that's kind of an everyday item these days, and I was hoping to have a special meal, but I'll worry about it later. Right now, since you're here, you know, I have an Easter story, and you know how I love to read, so let me read the Easter story to you, and then I thought maybe we could talk about some Easter traditions. What's that? What's a tradition? Oh, well, a tradition, that's something that families do year after year, and they pass it on to their children. Kind of like, well, for example, say for the 4th of July, your family always has a barbecue and goes to the fireworks. That's kind of like a tradition. Or like for Thanksgiving, always having turkey and the fixings, you know, that's a tradition too. So usually my family, for our Easter tradition, we have a ham, but I forgot the ham, but let's just read the story. So this is about Max and Ruby, and Max and Ruby were created by Rosemary Wells. So this is called Max's Easter Surprise. So let's read that together, shall we? Max played with his wind-up toys. Peep, peep went his Easter chicks. Yap, yap went his noisy puppy. Zoom, zoom went his motorcycle. Max, said Max's sister Ruby, we are going to decorate Easter eggs. Parade, said Max. He wants to go to the parade. He doesn't want to decorate eggs. No, Max, said Ruby. Tomorrow is the Easter parade. Today we decorate eggs, said Ruby's best friend Louise. But you can help by carrying the eggs to the Easter basket, said Ruby. Oh, Max doesn't look very excited about that. Louise painted a beautiful green egg and decorated it with pink lace. Here you go, Max, said Ruby. Be careful. Easter eggs break very easily. They do, don't they? They have soft shells, and if you drop it, it's going to crack. Yeah, let's see how Max does. Oh, but Max wanted a parade, so he gave the egg to his chicks. And the chicks are all looking at the egg. Ruby painted a blue egg with yellow spots. Parade, said Max. The parade is tomorrow, Max, said Ruby. Take the egg to the dining room and then come back for another one. So Max took the egg. He gave it to his Yap Yap puppy. I don't think the Yap Yap puppy really wants an egg. Ruby and Louise made eggs with macaroni faces. Oh, Grandma will love them, said Ruby. Careful, Max, said Louise. Don't drop the eggs. Max gave one egg to his big bad spider. He gave the other egg to his motorcycle bunny. Knock, knock. Oh, Grandma was at the door. Looks like you've been painting Easter eggs, she said. They are all in the other room, said Ruby. Let's go look, said Louise. Oh no, said Ruby. Where are the eggs? The Easter basket is empty because Max didn't put them in the Easter basket. Max's toys rattled and peeped and chattered and squeaked. Each one was pushing an Easter egg. How wonderful, said Grandma, an Easter parade. How about that? Max made his own Easter parade. Huh? That was a cute story. Have you ever been to an Easter parade before? No, me neither. I've been to a fireman's parade and an alumni parade, Christmas parade where they decorated all the vehicles with lights, and that was really cool, but never an Easter parade. So today I thought we could talk about Easter traditions. And so an Easter parade is a tradition that some people used to do. So let's start with that one. So a popular Easter parade is held in New York City on Fifth Avenue. And it began in the 1800s, like the 1880s. And at first it was wealthy people. They would get all dressed up in nice new outfits for church. And then after church, they would parade up and down Fifth Avenue to kind of show off their clothes. And other people would just watch them. But now anyone can participate in the parade. But, you know, for New York City, the Easter parade became almost as important as Christmas. But it's not quite as popular anymore, but when it was very popular, it inspired a song that was called the Easter Parade, and then after that it led to a movie that was called the Easter Parade. Yeah, so New York City's Easter Parade wasn't the first one, though. Centuries go back in Europe, they would parade, people would get together and they would parade quietly to church out of respect for the holiday because Jesus died on Good Friday. And so they would think about how Jesus died on the cross and they would walk quietly to church. And then after church, they would come out singing songs of praise because they remembered how he rose from the dead and they were happy. So that was a much earlier Easter parade than New York City's. And of course, there's the Mardi Gras parade. Have you heard of that one before? Yeah, a lot of people have heard of the Mardi Gras parade. And that is based around the holiday of Easter. Yeah, that's a big celebration. Yeah, a lot of people go to that. All right, let's talk about Easter eggs now. Yeah. Did you know that eggs are a sign of fertility and new life? So what hatches from eggs? Things like chickens and birds and turtles and snakes. So, let's not talk about the snakes, but things like geese and ducks and turkeys and ostriches. Yeah, well, the other day, one of my grandsons, he was out walking in the woods, and he said he saw some coyote eggs. I don't think coyotes hatch from eggs, do you? No. But the tradition of coloring eggs in Easter egg hunts, well, that started a long time ago with Christian missionaries. They noticed how the natives would look through the grass and the bushes trying to find eggs to eat. So they would start coloring the eggs different colors to mean things from the Bible. And sometimes they would put pictures on the eggs like a Bible story. And then they would hide the eggs for the children. And then when the children found the egg, they would come back to the missionary, and the missionary would explain the Bible story to them or tell them the meaning of the color of the egg. Now, isn't that interesting? I thought we just did Easter egg hunts to get the candy. But that's what you do it for? Yeah, a lot of people do. Yeah. Oh, and the Easter Bunny. Let me tell you about the Easter Bunny. The story is that once some children were having an Easter egg hunt in their garden, and this wild bunny hopped through, and they were sure that he was the Easter Bunny and that he had hidden the eggs there for him. And next thing you knew, the Easter Bunny was part of the Easter tradition. Yeah. Oh, in the Easter basket, we have an Easter basket here. And so the Easter basket, it's kind of like a nest. So we talked about how eggs are a sign of new life and fertility. So the Easter basket is designed to be kind of like in a nest, and you put eggs in there, right? So it's perfect for a springtime holiday, huh? When all the birds are laying eggs in the spring and everything's coming back to life. But you don't get just eggs in your Easter basket anymore. What do you get in yours? Bubbles, yeah. Oh, you got a jump rope? Yeah. Oh, and lots of candy, yeah. There is usually lots of candy in Easter baskets. You got a ball, yeah. You got a skateboard? How did they fit a skateboard in an Easter basket? Oh, it was just kind of tucked behind the Easter basket. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, well, that's kind of neat. Yeah. Well, my grandchildren, they'll get chocolate bunnies and Peeps and jelly beans, but they usually get toys too. And oh, let's talk about the Easter bonnet. Yeah. So, back when I was a child, oh my goodness, we always wore a new outfit for Easter. Oh, and we didn't have a lot of money, and we had a big family. And so my mother, she would make all of our outfits. Oh, she was just such a talented lady. She could sew anything. Yeah. One time my friend got a Raggedy Ann doll, and I really wanted a Raggedy Ann doll, but my mother said they were too expensive. So she got some material and some red yarn, and she cut out some dolls, and we made our own dolls, used the red yarn for the hair. We made our own dolls. Oh my goodness, my mother, she could make anything. And then I have a sister who is an artist, and oh, she is very talented too. She can draw or paint anything. Yeah, I just have a very talented family. What's that? What's my talent? What am I good at? Well, I'm pretty good at talking to you. Does that count? Is that a talent? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it is. Anyway, let's get back to our Easter traditions. Well, going to church on Easter Sunday is a tradition for a lot of families, and we always did, yeah, and still do. And we get all dressed up for Easter, and a lot of churches will do a sunrise service, and that's first thing in the morning, and that's to remember how Jesus rose from the dead and he brought light back into a dark world. Have you ever been to a sunrise service? Yeah, I don't usually go, no, because they're very early in the morning, and I am not an early morning person. No, so I don't usually go, but they are very special services, yeah. But then after church, when we usually have an Easter dinner, and that's when we have our Easter ham that I forgot to buy. But let me tell you why ham is a part of an Easter tradition. Farmers used to process their pigs in the fall, and then it would take several months for them to cure. They would, like maybe smoke them, and it would take a couple of months, and so they were ready just in time for Easter. So it became a tradition to have Easter ham. So yeah, and plus turkey belongs to Thanksgiving. It just wouldn't be right to have turkey on Easter Sunday. No. So you know what? I think Grandma Kitty has yacked long enough. Yeah, I think it's time to move on to Move and Groove and make our hearts happy. Because when we get up and move and groove, it makes our heart beat, and that's what our heart was made to do. Do you know what song I brought today? Can you guess? What's that? Did you say, "Oh, happy day"? You know Grandma Kitty very well, don't you? Yes, yeah. Well, since Easter is a happy day, that is exactly the song I brought. So hop up off your couch and get ready to join me. Let's make our hearts happy, okay? So hop up there. Let's see if I can find the song. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, here we go. Yep, this is it. Oh, happy day. 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 When Jesus born. 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 All right. How did you do? Oh, I do like that song. You know why I like that song? Because I like to be happy. Don't you like to be happy? Oh, I think everybody likes to be happy. All right, so let's see what we have. Let's check our bee bag, our bee basket, and see what we have. And remember that those are the things we want to be, right? So let's see what we have in here. Oh, this is a good one for today. This says, be excited. Oh, yes. I think this is a very good bee because Easter is a very exciting time of the year, you know, because it's springtime and winter's over and the snow has melted and the days are longer and warmer and you get to go outside and play again without having to bundle up in all your warm snowsuit and boots and hats and mittens and oh, and not only that, the birds are back. Oh, the other day I woke up and I could hear the birds singing outside. Oh, it sounded so nice. Yeah, everything's coming back to life. The trees are getting new leaves and the grass is turning green again and the flowers are coming back. Oh, it is a very exciting time of year, isn't it? Yeah, and, you know, and the Easter bunny and the Easter basket and the eggs and candy and the bonnet, oh, those are all exciting and fun too, but they're not the real reason for Easter. Remember that Jesus is the true reason for Easter, and we celebrated at Christmas when he was born, and at Easter is when he rose again. So I have a story here, and I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's kind of long, but oh, this is a really interesting story. It's called The Legend of the Three Trees. Oh, and it's a really, really nice story. So these three trees, do you know what they were? One was an olive tree, and one was an oak tree, and one was a pine tree. And oh, they had big dreams about what they wanted to be someday. Do you know what the olive tree wanted to be? He wanted to be a treasure chest. Yeah, he wanted to be full of gold and jewels and special things. And the oak tree, do you know what he wanted to be? Did you say a boat? Have you read this story before? No, you just guessed? Well, you're a very good guesser because yes, the oak tree, he wanted to be a boat, but he didn't want to be just any boat. He wanted to be a mighty ship that carried a king. And the pine tree, well, the pine tree, he grew on top of a hill and he just wanted to stay there and be special by making people look up to God, because when they looked up at him, they had to look up to heaven. And so he just wanted to stay there forever so that people would look up to him and look up to heaven. And so do you know what happened to them? The olive tree was made into a manger. Do you know what a manger is? They put the animals' food in there. Yeah, so here he wanted to be a treasure chest full of gold and jewels, and they put him in a dirty barn with stinky animals, and they filled him full of hay. Not quite what he expected, no. And then the boat, the oak tree, well, he did get made into a boat, but not a mighty ship for a king. No, he was just a ship for a bunch of fishermen, yep. And then the mighty pine tree on the hill, well, he got blown over in a storm, and they dragged him off to the scrapyard. So it wasn't quite what any of them were expecting. What's that? This isn't sounding very exciting. No, but hold on there, I'm not done yet. So do you remember the Christmas story and how Jesus was born in the stable and laid in the manger? Well, that was the olive tree. Yeah, he was the manger. And so maybe he didn't get to be a treasure chest and hold gold and jewels, but he held God's son, which was the greatest treasure of all. And then the oak tree, well, he became the boat that Jesus sailed on with his disciples in the storm. And so he did get to carry a king. And the pine tree, well, do you know what he became? Right, he became the cross that Jesus died on, yeah. And now that cross points people to God everywhere and not just on the hill where that pine tree once stood. So I think that's a very exciting story. They didn't get to be what they wanted to be, but they got to be something better, didn't they? So maybe someday I'll take the time to read the whole story to you, but now you at least know how it ends. But I just think that Easter is such an exciting time of the year. Yeah, I mean, spring is so exciting and it's nice to get outside. So what are some of the things you're excited about for spring? But riding your bike? Oh, yes. My grandchildren, too. Yeah, they want to get their bikes out. Yeah, we're going to have to get them out soon and blow up tires and oil chains and get them ready to go. And What's that? You want to ride your skateboard? Yeah, the one you got in your Easter basket last year? Yeah, yeah. Well, that'll be fun. Just make sure you wear your helmet and maybe elbow pads and knee pads too in case you fall so you don't get hurt. Yeah. You're excited about playing ball? Yeah, yeah. You can get out and play ball. It's baseball season, yeah. Or you could play basketball. And oh, my grandchildren, they've been anxious to get the trampoline out. So the other day, my grandson said, "Can we get the trampoline out?" And I said, "No, honey, I really don't have time." And you know what? I looked out the window, and he was trying to get it out by himself, but it was just too big for him, and it flipped over upside down. Well, you can't bounce on a trampoline when it's upside down, can it? Can you? No, no. So we went out, and we helped him stand it up, and oh my goodness, he bounced out there for a very long time. Yeah, he was tired when he came in. Yeah. Well, I'm excited about warmer days. You know, you don't have to wear your bulky coat and your heavy boots and your hats and mittens. And oh, and longer days too. It doesn't get dark at supper time anymore either, so you can play outside longer. Yeah. Oh, and do you know what else I'm excited about? The ice cream stand is going to open soon. Yeah, some people count the days until spring comes, but I count the days until the ice cream stand opens. Oh, there's just so much exciting stuff that happens in the spring. You can go to the playground again. You can pick dandelions. I mean, spring is the only time where I'm really excited to see dandelions because I'm glad to see some flowers and some color. But then after that, they grow tall and they turn into those puffballs and make a mess of my lawn. But oh, I am excited to see flowers and color again. And oh, you know what else you can do in the spring? You can blow bubbles. I mean, you can blow bubbles in the wintertime too, but they do freeze. But yeah, you can blow bubbles in the spring. And then Easter, there's just so much to be excited about for Easter. You like the candy the best? Yeah, I bet. I bet you do. Most kids do like the candy the best. I don't know what mom and dad think about it, though, especially the Peeps. Peeps are good, but they are nothing but sugar. Yeah, but, oh, I'm sure all the kids like it. Yeah. Oh, it's just such an exciting time of year, you know. And I think I love everything about Easter, coloring the eggs and the Easter egg hunts and dressing up and going to church. And oh, I just love spring when everything's coming back to life and the birds are returning. And oh, so what are some of the things you're going to do? Do you have Easter traditions? You're going to do an egg hunt? Oh, that'll be fun. And you're going to color eggs? Oh, that'll be good too. Right? Are you going to have a special dinner with your family after church? Yeah. I am too. Yeah, after I go to the store and buy an Easter ham. Yeah. I wonder if there's anything else I should get while I'm there. What's that? You think I should buy some mac and cheese too? Well, I guess I could, yeah, and we could have that as a side dish. Yeah, that would be good. Oh, well, I hope you have a wonderful Easter, and it's been fun talking about all these Easter traditions, and I hope you get to do a lot of Easter traditions with your family too, and be excited about all the good things that happen at Easter time and in the spring too. So, well, you take care. You stay healthy, safe, and happy, and Grandma Kitty will see you next time. Bye-bye.